Hey everyone. So I gotta be honest with you. How I Learned to Fly was a book I was not really that intrigued to read back then when I was a kid because mainly, um, it never really caught my interest too much when it came to the cover. I mean, look at it right here. It just shows a picture of, um, kid's shoes up in the air, flying over the Golden Gate Bridge, and they have some murderous birds in the air too, which don't come into the story at all. It's kind of weird that they just put in the cover in the first place, though. But anyway, it just feels like it's more of an actual adventure story than a Goosebumps book. If that's what it feels like, though. The only comparison to a Goosebumps story I could think of would be like the horror Camp Jelly Jam because the siblings Wendy and Elliot are going to a camp, and Elliot is more competitive. Wendy is not. And also, there's no purple slime monster trying to kill kids that don't take care of it in the cave that they're trapped in. In this story, there's none of that, but I'll get to the main horror of it in a little bit. So it's more so about just, Jack trying to be a regular kid, not really caring about being competitive in any kind of way like that. But Wilson, who is the, I want to say, antagonist of the story, he's not really a bully. He's more like just an annoying show off uh, corn dog in a sense that just has to always do everything better than Jack. And it kind of makes me wonder, did Jack do something better than Wilson at one point before the book even gets started? And just to the point where Wilson made it to himself to just always do better than him in everything that Jack did? Because I'm not sure. Because at first I thought that sorry. At first I thought that Wilson was jealous of Jack because, Jack always seems to be very good in what he's doing, and then now he's trying to just do even better than him. I don't really see the point. And also, I kind of find weird too that when it comes to everyone else, he's not really caring anything about trying to be competitive towards anyone else, just the Jack specifically, which is kind of strange, you know. And when it comes to Mia, which is the girl that Jack has a crush on, Wilson, I'm not really very sure if he's trying to do anything to get with her, but just trying to just do things in front of, people that he likes and cares about, and make him feel like complete garbage when he actually succeeds in doing better than him. And with Mia, Mia's a sweetheart. I give her credit for, being a protagonist. Well, being one of the characters that doesn't annoy you too much. But when it comes to her seeing what Wilson's doing, I mean, clear as day, it's like, why even give him any kind of credit for something that he doesn't deserve it for? He's just trying to upstage Jack every single chance that he gets. It's annoying. I don't get it. But anyway, oh yeah, about the How to Learn to Fly part. So Jack comes across this book that has a formula that talks about how to learn how to fly, basically. So the funny thing I find about that is the instructions about how to first, mix up the stuff and then consume it, which I would never do. I mean, it may not be poisonous though, but it's still something that I just would never do anyway though. And there's like a certain incantation you have to read afterwards in order to get the whole thing to start. And then we learn how to fly after a few times of actually going through the flip flops of not doing it at first. Now all of a sudden can do it when the dog does it himself too. His dog Morty, actually. And uh, with the whole secret now no longer a secret because Wilson finally finds out that Jack can't fly now. Uh, Now he's actually doing his own things too, and now trying to just be always one up over Jack, of course. And then when it gets across to Mia, she wants to learn how to fly too. And then at first, Jack is really just kind of not wanting to teach her how to because it's very you know dangerous and stuff, and just very he still wants to keep it a secret though, but too late now because now Wilson knows now the secret, and pretty soon the whole town knows about the secret too. But when it comes back to Mia, Mia's kind of like, I want her to fly so bad. Please, Jack, please. I mean, just demand the poor kid to teach her how to do so. But then we can't find the book in the garage. Then she kind of gets upset, but then turns a whole 180 and just says, okay, well, it may not want to know how to fly after all. Kind of weird, but anyhow. So with the whole town, like I said, knows now that Jack can fly now. Um, so and then at some point his family knows that he can fly too. His dad's like a talent agent, and he is trying to go after the next biggest thing in Malibu, pretty much to get him, of course, a lot of recognition, and of course the Ching too, of course. So with now the town knowing that he knows how to fly as well as his parents are like very surprised that he can do so. At first, kind of upset that he kept a secret for all the time, though. And then when it comes to him being looked into by the army or the military about what he can do, I'm surprised the parents actually let him go with them because he's a kid. I mean, I understand that he comes back to him at some point, but he's still a kid. Why would you leave him to those guys like that? And they interrogate the poor kid over something that he knows nothing about. Well, he kind of knows, but he's trying to keep it a secret still. But so torturing the poor kid, by just trying to get the thing out of him, though. Then we come to the race, where, oh boy, I was real taken aback by how the thing was. The race where Jack seemed like he couldn't fly anymore. And at first, when I first read that chapter, I was like, oh crap, so he can no longer fly now. But no, just a trick, trying to get out of the whole thing about the whole fame and forget the $1 million thing too. I'm pretty sure his father was pissed off big with him, like saying, "You cost me $1 million, you're grounded for life, kid." Oh, goodness gracious. But no, I understand what he means by that. That's where the whole horror comes into because he's just swamped by a lot of people, at first, Jack is anyway, by people that see that he can fly and question after question about, where he get the formula from. Is he, how is his flying and stuff, does he enjoy and stuff like that. It's just annoying to him, and I would feel like that too, like a celebrity. I'm pretty sure celebrities get freaking swamped and annoyed too by people trying to always go to him 24/7 about stuff. But Wilson, on the other hand, of course, won the race since Jack purposely just dropped out of it. So now Wilson is the one that gets all of the fame. I say it like that because I think it could be just a potential trap for him to actually just want to study him more now that he just willingly is choosing to just do what he's doing. And that's why Jack kind of wanted to back out because he just wanted to keep to himself, basically. What I like about the end of the book is how Jack calls himself to be very smart and very wise for just, not just choosing to be a regular kid. He doesn't want to be involved in any of the things that Wilson always wants to do. And of course, he gets the girl at the end too, which is always what he wanted in the first place, so spend more time with Mia. And, yeah, that's the end of the book, though. And, I guess he really does see Wilson as more, he cares about Wilson too in some sense because he just says he wishes him luck. But, I don't know. I'm not sure if he's going to ever, ever go back to see him again and stuff after everything that's happened though, because why would he want to, in a sense? Wish him all the luck, but good riddance, no competition anymore. So guys, that being said, How to Learn to Fly was a very good book to me. I feel bad that I took so long to read it right now, and it just goes to show that when it comes to the cover of the book, which is clearly wrong in what the thing says because there's no birds in the book at all that cause any kind of threat to Jack at all, the story's so good. And I'm not going to grade the book because I'm not a teacher, but I would just say, give it a look, or just give it a read. It's really good. Now, when it comes to the next book, For Chicken, which I've already read on my channel too, I'm saying it because when it comes to Greg and Paparina, I can't wait to hear his review about that book. Holy shit. That is going to be freaking good. I think it's going to be for next month. But take care, guys.